Good morning, everybody. I gotta put the AC up on the window on the dash part because if I don't, it will overheat the phone and it'll be a minute before I get hot back on. So try to keep the phone cool. Maybe this hat will do a better job of that. If I can get that up there. It's like bad thing about iPhones, they overheat so quickly. That ain't gonna work. I tried. Maybe it'll work a little bit. Anyway, hello everybody. My name is Joe Jones. You are watching the Cup of Joe show. I hope you have your cup of Joe with you this morning. I certainly do. Was given this coffee mug by some wonderful friends of mine, some of my best friends in the world. Thank y'all for this coffee mug. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know who y'all are. I still use it. And I always will. Good morning, Angela. So we are, I say we like there's a bunch of people that help me do this show. It's just me. But I've I've been doing some shorts this morning, trying to do some, just some shorts about black women and stuff. So just to push the channel out there a little more. I know if you do lots of shorts and stuff, it helps get people's attention and stuff like that. So we're trying to grow the channel, because we got a positive message for black women all the time. We just want to let black women know that you are loved, you are respected on this channel. This is a place for you. This is a safe place for you. This is a place where you can connect with other black women and other men that love black women. And if there's ever a time where I have found someone to be a danger to black women, or I have found them to be someone that is trying to use black women, they have been removed from the channel. It's happened a few times. So, we do have some moderators that they watch the comment section for weird comments and weirdos and stuff like that, because sometimes that does happen. It does happen. So I've got quite a few moderators that keep an eye on that type of stuff. And if you come in this channel and you're harassing black women and just saying stupid stuff, you will be removed permanently. And you'll also be blocked from seeing this channel, because like I said, this is a safe space for black women. We just want to tell y'all are loved. There are men in this world that truly do love y'all, that want to marry a black woman. And there's a lot of black women on here that are looking for good men. There's a lot of women that I've talked to over the years through the channel that have been done wrong. And some of the stories I have heard are almost like horror stories. It's just crazy, some of the stuff that men have done to black women. And let's take a sip of coffee. And it's just it's a terrible thing, so the purpose of this channel is, just to show y'all love, man. I know there's so many women that have just been treated wrong over the years by people, and that ain't right. But if you're new to this channel, maybe this is your first time watching or something, my name is Joe Jones, and I am married to a black woman. So I do have a wife. I've been married for, I think, 10 weeks is what it made last Friday. 10 weeks. This is my second marriage to a black woman. Out of my first marriage, I was married for 7 years. We were together for 13 years total. And we have a 12-year-old daughter out of that marriage. She's great. She's the greatest kid I've ever known, of course. She watches the channel from time to time, so she may be watching. Let's see. But I'm on a journey, to build this channel. Um, I want this channel to grow to the point where we can offer assistance to black women in need. I kind of feel like that is my ministry. I've been told that by many people, that this is my ministry. So, I have a heart for like single mothers and stuff like that. The mothers that are working 2 jobs and just trying to get by. Also, I'm a carpenter. I build homes. I build houses from the ground up. So my eventual goal is to help the black women that are homeless. If we could, I don't know, do something for them and be able to get land and build houses for them and just donate tiny homes and stuff like that to get these women off the streets, that would be great. Because statistics say that homeless black women are the most at risk for blank, 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 blank. You know what? I don't want to say. I don't know if YouTube will allow me to talk about that stuff, but every unimaginable thing you can imagine, they seem to be the most targeted, unfortunately, in this country. So, I'm concerned about the safety of black women across this country, and really around the world. I want this to become a worldwide thing where we can help women from all walks of life, all around the world. And people will say to me, why are you talking about black women? All women are going through this and that. Yes, that is true, but this channel is specifically based on black women and helping black women, and showing them respect and love, because they're the ones that I see being done wrong the most. I've heard just so many stories. From ex-girlfriends that I've had, and I don't have one ex-girlfriend that didn't go through something traumatic as a child, and it's just mind-boggling that there's so many women that have the same story, that this happened to them as a child, this happened to them by a family member, and so it's really heartbreaking. Little girls, especially little girls, should not have to deal with some of the stuff that I have heard that little black girls have had to deal with. So, we've got to protect the children. We have to protect children, because that's where a lot of trauma and stuff starts, unfortunately. There's just a lot of bad people out there, and I don't feel like there's not enough justice being served. I feel like, you know what I mean, in the black community, and there's black women that are attacked, we'll just say it that way, that are attacked in the middle of the night on the streets, and these men are getting away with it. I kind of feel like, and I can give you a couple examples here, I kind of feel like the police don't take black women as serious as they would a white woman. Who else feels like that? Who else sees that? It seems like, well, from what I've read, black crimes in general are the most to go unsolved. And as you can imagine, white crimes are the most to be solved. And white people are the most to actually get justice in this country. And I see the unfairness. It seems like a lot of police departments, they see that a black woman was attacked, or she was slapped and beat or whatever, so they just kind of push it off their desk. Yeah, well, whatever. But it's almost like if a white woman, this happens to him, get the whole police department together, we're going to arrest this guy. He's not going to do that again. But, and my question is, why is that? So I just want to bring awareness to that. There's many people that watch this channel that aren't black, and they don't know this. They don't understand what black women go through on a daily basis. They don't know the unfairness and the justice system that black women have to deal with, and a lot of black men, of course. I feel that black people are just treated unfairly. Now, when I bring that up to white people, they, of course, get very angry about that, and they want to disagree with me. Well, you can disagree, but from what I have seen in Texas and my own personal life, I've seen it for myself. Black women are treated differently, especially by the law here in Texas. And I'll give you a couple of examples here. About 2 months ago, y'all heard me come on here, and I was talking about how my ex-wife was with a guy, and he threw wine in her face and all in her hair. She just got her hair done and stuff. Well, he got away with it. He wasn't charged with anything. But there was also a dude that was trying to fight her at a gas station because she owed him like $7 or $10 or something. And he comes up to the gas station, he sees her, and he's trying to tell her, you're going to give me my money, or I'm going to basically beat you up. And she's like, I don't have the money to give you. And she's trying to pay for her food that she put up on the counter. And this dude's trying to take her bag of chips and take her sandwich. She's like, all right, well, I'm taking this. He goes, I'm getting my money. And she's like, no, you're not taking my food. And she's trying to take it back from him and stuff. And it's just a big mess. So she ends up calling the police on him because he's threatening her. And he's like, I'm about to this and that you. And so she's on the phone with the police. And they say they're on the way, right? Okay, we're sending units over there. We're on the way, because she's like actively being threatened, being assaulted. Dude's putting his hands on her. And she goes to her car, and she's sitting in her car to protect herself, waiting on the cops to show up. And 45 minutes go by, and not a single cop shows up. So shame on you, Dallas Police Department. I'm calling you out because y'all did not come to her rescue. Anything could have happened to her, and you did not answer that call. And my question is, how many other black women in this country are crying for help, and the police don't do anything about it? How many crimes are going unsolved every year? And y'all are pushing this stuff off the table just because she's African American. Morning, Wendy. Hey, glad to have you. Good to see you. And that was just one case. I have another ex. I'm not going to say their name. She was attacked in downtown Dallas at a very young age. And let me get this right. She was being, the word. She was, anyway, there was an older man who grabbed her by the arm and was dragging her and trying to take her into an abandoned building. And this sounds unbelievable, but this is the truth. This is what black women deal with on a daily basis, and I want to bring the attention to this matter because a lot of people aren't going to believe this that aren't black women, but I'm telling you, this is the truth. A man comes up and he grabs her by the arm and he's saying, hey, you're going with me, and she's like, no, get off of me. And she's trying to fight him and stuff, and he's just pulling her, walking her to this building in downtown Dallas. And there's a cop that's driving by, and he stops because he sees the commotion and what's going on. And he's asked the guy, he says, hey, what's going on here? And he says, oh, this is my granddaughter, and she ran away from home, and I'm just trying to get her back into our apartment. And she's saying, no, I don't know this man. Help me, officer, help me. He's going to blank me. And this older guy's like, hey, you need to stop with all that. Officer, everything is okay. She's just crazy. Something's wrong with her. I'm her grandparent. She's always been this way. And the cop laughs and says, okay, well, you get her home. And he drives away. Well, needless to say, the system failed this woman like they do many women. And this man proceeded to drag her into this abandoned building. And you know what, her. And to this day, that piece of shit has never been charged with anything, never been found. And that's the world we live in. Now fast forward. That was years ago. Let's fast forward to it's been about 2 years. About 2 years ago. A black woman reached out to me and she said she was attacked by a man. Her baby daddy forced himself upon her. So she says, can you go to the police department with me, Joe? And I said, well, sure. I'll go to the police department with you. Let's get this guy, let's get him arrested for what he did to you. I go there. Dallas Police Department. She tells her story. Do you know what this detective said? She said, unless you bring him up here and he confesses to that crime, or you get him on the phone and you make him say, yes, I did this to you, or you have an actual eyewitness that witnessed it and or filmed it, something like that, we cannot charge him with anything. And this was a woman detective, and she had tears in her eyes because she said, I know you're telling the truth. And she said, I'm sorry, honey, but there's nothing we can do. The law has changed in Texas. She said, there has to be someone who was physically there and seen it. Or you have to have him come to the station and admit to us, yes, I did this crime. And she said, you can go to the hospital, you can even get a kit that proves that y'all did something, but we can't prove that it wasn't consensual. So there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing they can do about it. So another man got away with using a black woman as his sexual toy, as a sexual experiment, whatever you want to call it. I'm here to bring awareness to what is going on. I don't know about the rest of the world, but what is going on in this country? And I ask men all the time that watch this channel, where are the men that will stand up, start your own channel, and bring awareness to this same situation? We need white men, we need black men, we need Hispanic men, we need Asian men, we need every Middle Eastern men, we need every type of man to stand up. I don't care if you date black women or you don't. That doesn't matter to me. I'm trying to get you to see the injustice that goes on and the fact that we need to watch black women's back. We need to protect black women. I don't see enough men doing this. You know, when I was younger, I was with a group of people. I was just a kid, but I was with some adults, and there was this couple fighting in downtown Dallas, and he slapped his wife, girlfriend, whatever, this woman. He slapped this black woman in the face. And the adults I was with did nothing. Nothing. They stood there and they said, oh, just mind your own business, guys. Let's just go ahead and cross the street when the light changes. Let's continue walking. And I noticed that all the other people around, nobody, not one person said, hey, you don't do that. Or, go grab that dude by the neck, or at least call the cops, something. Nobody stood up for this black woman. Why is that? But had it been a white woman, I'm sure the reaction would have been way different from people. Had it been a black man slap a black woman, I'm sure there would have been a way different reaction. But this was a black man slapping a black woman, and everyone said, that's not our business. That's none of my business. Dear white people, is it none of your business because she's not the same skin color as you? Does it make it not your business? How shallow it is of you to think that way. If that's what you think, if that is your reasoning, because she's not white, I'm not going to do anything. It doesn't matter who she is, really. It doesn't matter if she was a white woman. It doesn't matter if she was black. It doesn't matter if she was Hispanic. I'm calling all you men out. If you ever see something like that, you better stand up to that coward and do something as a man. The problem with this generation, there are so many men that have just... Men are declining in this country at such a fast rate. It is unbelievable. You can't trust anything anyone says these days. You can't take a man's word for his word. I'm learning that so quick. But I think the Bible said that there would be cowards in the last days. Men would turn into cowards. And it's just ridiculous. I want to tell you, I'm not a coward. Okay, and I hope you're not either if you're a man and you're watching. I carry a gun every day on me. So if I see some crap going down like that, you're probably going to be on the ground at gunpoint till the cops show up. You're not going to get away with some crap like that in front of me. And I want to know, where are the men that will do the same? Stand up for what is right. Have a cup of Joe. Ladies, are y'all still with me? I know there's no men in this chat, apparently. Maybe there's some boys, but there's no men as of now. But ladies, if you're still with me, comment and I'll give you a shout out. I know right now we got Angela and we got Brown Girl 313. Who else do we got in here? We got 6 people watching. 6 likes. Thank you very much. Brown Girl's still with us. Awesome. Awesome. But I want to tell y'all, like I said in the beginning of this live stream, this is a safe place for black women. We try to make it as safe as we can. I've got a lot of moderators that watch the comments, and there are people who have been blocked from this channel who try to come back. And I know them well enough that they have this certain persona about them, this certain attitude and things they say. So if they try to come back, we watch them very closely and they get kicked out again and again. And now I think we've got it pretty much under control. I had to check a guy that used to be on here, and I had to set him straight because he was doing some things, and he turned out to be a fake, and he wasn't for black women like he said. And you got to stand up to these people. If there are people in here that are trying to harm black women, that are trying to sexualize black, a lot of people have tried to sexualize black women. We've kicked them out. They're gone. I go in to my actual desktop, and I blocked them from the channel like forever. They can't come back. So, you know, we got Cadet. What's going on, Cadet? Good to see you. So, you know, I will do my very best to make sure this is a safe environment. We got a lot of new people coming in. I think we got 30 new subscribers in the past 2 or 3 days, which is great. Thank God for that, because I'm trying to bring awareness. So everybody is invited to this channel. It doesn't matter if you're a black woman, a white woman, white man, black man. I want everybody to come to this channel because we need men as well, just as much as we need black women for this channel. We need black men, white men, Hispanic men. We need men that will stand with me in agreement, that can go out, start their own channels, bring awareness to this. Just be on the lookout, you know, for people that are trying to harm black women, you know. And I'm not just saying like physically, but I'm saying like mentally. There's so many men, like so many men that verbally abuse black women. It's not even funny, you know. And I want to tell you guys, black women are not your bitches. They're not your hoes. Don't you dare address them as such. You know, that's the main thing I hear out of people. One dude texted me and said, "Hey, stop talking to my bitch." And I'm like, "Your bitch? Dude, you are a bitch. She's not." You know what I mean? Don't you call a woman that? What's wrong with you? Awesome. We got Janita. Thank you, Janita. But, you know, it's like, where are the men that are going to stand up to these cowards that refer to... I don't hear you referring to any other woman like that. You know? And this woman he was talking about is a good woman. You know? And I told her, I said, look, this is how your man refers to you behind your back. You really want to stay with somebody like that? You don't. There are men that will respect you, that will treat you right, that will not call you out your name. I'm telling y'all. I don't know if y'all have ever been told this, but there are men out there that love you. They love you. You don't have to settle for a man that is in and out of prison. You don't have to settle for a drug addict. You know, don't think that. Because I'm not in and out of prison. I've never been. I'm not a drug addict. And I treat black women with respect, with love, with dignity, with honor. And there's a lot of men just like me. Don't you for 1 second think that's the best you'll ever get. I hear so many black women, when I talk to them, I say, well, I see your pattern here. You've gone from one loser to the next, and they all have the same thing in common. Maybe they're all on drugs. Maybe they're in and out of prison. I say, why do you keep going for men like this? You know, they continue. They're abusive to you. It's almost like the same person, just in a different body. And women have said to me, well, nobody will ever love me. Nobody will ever treat me right. I don't deserve to be treated that way. Why? You know, who has put this in women's minds that they've been beat down so much that they don't think they're worthy of a good man? I am here to tell you this morning that you are worthy of a good man. I am here to tell you that you are beautiful, that you are loved the way you are, that there are men out there that will treat you right. You don't have to settle for that crap anymore. You don't have to settle for getting beat. You don't have to settle for being touched when you don't want to be touched. You don't have to be called a bitch or a hoe. There are men out there, and I'm calling the men. Men, where are you that love black women? I want you to comment below and say, hey, I will treat you right. I will respect you. I'll treat you with dignity and honor as you deserve, because you're a queen. And I'm telling you, there's men out there that look like that look at you like that. And that is a message that is not preached enough in America to the women of this country. We need to be standing up, telling, and if anybody... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Janita. I appreciate that. If anybody makes t-shirts, I want you to message me, because I'm looking for somebody that can make me some t-shirts. I want to start wearing t-shirt, like maybe a black shirt. Even like, I love sleeveless shirts like this. I like to show off my muscles. I want somebody to make me a shirt that says "Black women are beautiful." I will wear that shirt with so much pride. I want the world to know. I want to change the world, you know, one person at a time. I want a shirt that says "Respect black women," or "Black women deserve respect," something along those lines, you know. And I haven't found, you know, I can't even talk. I had a t-shirt company that I used one time, but this isn't the company I use. This is a shirt that was given to me for a red carpet event. But you know, like this stuff, whatever you call that, this stuff started peeling off. I used it for my company logo, but this is a shirt that I'm in a movie called The Broken Vessel. So on the back it says actor Joe as Chad. I gotta wear that to the red carpet event whenever this movie comes out. We filmed it like 3 years ago, so we're still waiting on it, but praying it comes out soon. It's gonna be a good movie. Excuse me. But you know, as y'all can see, I'm very passionate about this, because I'm just tired of seeing the injustice and stuff. And it's like, yeah, it's a hard thing when you're gonna stand up for somebody and you're gonna go out there and try to change the world. And a lot of people don't want to do that. It comes with a lot of hate. I get a lot of hateful emails, a lot of hateful comments. I've got like over 400 videos. So comments come in daily over videos I did 8 years ago. You know, and you're gonna find a lot of haters, and that, whatever, that's fine with me. You know, I'm gonna keep running the race. Joe, that is one thing I always say as a woman, to know your self-worth and never let a man drag you into a state that you lose that. Very true. Very true. Thank you for that comment, Paula. We got Michelle. Birthday week. First time alone since my husband passed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Michelle. Happy birthday. We got Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, we've got some beautiful women in this chat, don't we? What is that in my coffee, man? There's a little something in my coffee, man. Come on. I don't know what I don't need all this caffeine anyway. If I drink too much caffeine, I'll be like, oh, no. I can't do that. But I'm telling y'all, I'm telling y'all, I told y'all last week, y'all were going to see a change in this channel, that this channel was about to just be on fire, you know, for the calls. We're going to be talking about this. As soon as I get an office setting, whatever, I'm going to be bringing brothers on the show. My brother Ralph, my brother Justin. We're going to be sitting down. I would like to do a podcast type of setting. Not sure how to do that. You know how they have like 2 cameras and it's filming you, then it switches to me, and I don't know how to do all that. Whatever. I'm going to figure it out. But this channel, I'm telling you, I'm trying to reach 100,000 followers before January. Right now we're at 25,000. We've been there for about 2 years. And you know, so just tell everybody you know, tell everybody about, and remember, we changed the name of the channel. It's called The Cup of Joe Show now. It is officially The Cup of Joe Show. It is no longer Cup of Joe 20. I only had to do the 20 when I first started, because if I didn't, you'd never be able to find my channel. There were so many channels named The Cup of Joe Show, and if you don't have many subs, you won't even pop up. But you know, let's change the world. Let's start changing lives. And as I say all the time, if you are going through something and you have a GoFundMe, if you are going through something and you haven't started a GoFundMe, please Start the GoFundMe. Put all of your information. It's linked to you 100%. I don't need none of that. I don't need, anything out of it. Just all your private information belongs to you. I don't need your login. I don't need none of that. All I need is you to send me the link to your GoFundMe to my email, which is in the description of my channel. And I will put it on here. Tell me about yourself. Tell me what you need. I'll put it on this channel. And like I said, this is a community where I want to help as many people as I can. I don't have money right now, so I can't physically give someone $1,000, but we've got 25,000 people that watch this channel. We should be able to help one another out. So if you're, whatever it is, if you're a single mom working 2 jobs and you're walking 3 miles a day because you don't live anywhere near a bus station, and everybody said, oh, just take a bus. Not everybody is around a bus station. Not everybody has access to that. Trust me, I know. And it makes it hard. But everybody wants to point the finger and assume. It's not that easy. Some of y'all might live in the country and you may have to walk 2 or 3 miles to a Dollar General to work or something, and you might need a car. I want to help you out any way I can. If you can make a GoFundMe, say, hey, my name is so-and-so, I'm a single mother, working 2 jobs, I live in the country, I'm walking 3 miles a day, let's do that. Let's help each other. I want to see black women helped. This is a community for that. So please, if you see me post something, a GoFundMe for one of the followers here, please help. Let's spread the love. Let's show black women that they are cared for, that this channel is for that. Hold on, my AC's messed up. I gotta hit it. But amen. But let's use this platform and change the world. There's so many other people that are doing it for the wrong reasons. You've got so many people, they're making money on social media and they're blowing it. They're doing pranks and it may be funny, but in the end, does all that really matter? They're spending $400,000 to make one video. Take that money and give it away. Don't just waste it. Go do something with it, Go help somebody. There's a particular woman I haven't seen in a while. I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to put her business out there like that unless she wants me to, but I'm not going to say her name. But she lives in Alabama and her roof needs to be replaced. She needs new shingles because it's leaking. And she's elderly and she can't do it. She doesn't have the money for it. I want a way where I can get to Alabama and I can go out there and replace that roof. If we could somehow come together and fund that for her, and then we could even film it and show y'all hey, this is where the money went. We're in Alabama, we're in Birmingham right now, and we're doing this. Thank y'all for y'all's contribution to this. And we can make that happen. I can replace her roof for free for her. Can you imagine how big of a blessing that would be? Thank you, Michelle. Appreciate that. But that's where my heart is. And if you know me personally, a lot of you do. Some of you have my personal number, and I've talked to you all on the phone. And this particular woman I'm talking about, hey, what's going on? If we can do that, I'm telling you, I've got skills. I can make that happen. I just don't have the funds to pay for it. I'm assuming it'd probably be less than 10,000. I don't know, maybe 5,000. I don't know what size house she's in, but if I had a way to get there, get me and my crew there, and we could do that. It's like an Operation Blessing thing, for black women. But that's where my heart is. That's where I want to take this channel. You know, if we can, you know, to the mothers that are struggling to buy their children birthday gifts, to pay for Christmas. I know where you are. You know, I've been in that situation where I didn't have any money and I was struggling and people have helped me. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to do that in return. You know, I don't know how to set all this stuff up though. I don't. I'm just bouncing off ideas here for the show. You know, if there's like a way to start a actual fundraiser or actual program, Cup of Joe show, Operation Blessing, I don't know. Somebody help me out here. But I mean, I just feel on fire this year. You know, I just feel like, man, I'm not doing enough for black women. I need to do more. There's got to be more ways we can help. We've got to expand this to the whole country. You know, I want to be able to come to your state and pull up in front of your house like Mr. Beast does. I've said this many times. I want to be on that level where I come to your state and I'm just like knocking on your door and you open the door and you're like, oh my gosh, it's Joe Jones of the Cup of Joe show. And I've just got a brand new car for you. And I'm like, here's the keys to your new car. I got your story. You know, we're here to help you. Everything's going to be all right. You know, there's a lot of women, man, there's a lot of women that are trying to put their kids through college, you know, and they may be a single mother trying to work 2 jobs. It's hard. You know, I want to be able to help with that. That is where my heart is. What's going on, Daphne? Yeah, nonprofit business. There we go. That's what we need to do. Thank you, brown girl. Yes, ma'am, absolutely. Sounds good. I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to give it to you. You know, I mean, why not? You know, how awesome would that be that we can have a community where it's just like, you know, if somebody's wanting a dream car, you know, why just buy them a $1,200 car? Go buy them a brand new car. You know, I mean, if the money is there and we can do it, buy someone a brand new car that's going to last 25 years. You know, not something that's going to last 2 years and then break down and then they're in the same position. You know, let's do something that's sustainable. You know, I'm excited about this. Last night I was in a really, really bad mood, but I woke up this morning and God has just put this on my heart to just preach this message today. You know, we gotta do something. You know, I don't know how to get all this started, but again, you may be watching this video right now and the live stream may already be over. For those of you watching right now, obviously we're live, but when you watch this, it may have already ended. If you do t-shirts, please reach out to me via email. You can go to my channel, go to the description, you'll find my email there. I want some t-shirts. I love black women. Black women are beautiful. Black women deserve respect. Things like that. And maybe you can have like the Cup of Joe show, I don't know, the Cup of Joe show name and the YouTube thing. So it's telling people, hey, you know, it's getting other people's attention. Like, what's this about? You know, who's this white boy that's wearing this shirt? Oh, he's got his YouTube channel name. Let me see what's going on here. And these people, these women will see that, and then they'll come to this channel and they'll be maybe told some things they've never been told. Maybe they can get some help. I don't know. You know, but we got to get the awareness out. You know, I'm here on a mission. This is my life's mission, to help black women. I feel it just burning inside of me. I'm not doing enough. I need help. I don't know the next move, the next step to take. I want to grow the channel. I want to be able to be just like Mr. Beast and just help countless people, countless women, you know. Let's see, we got a few comments. I got to go back. Let's see. Michelle says, I know how it is of being a single mom with 2 boys before getting married. It's rough. Research and community, we can share knowledge. That's right, Joe. I know someone who does t-shirts. Awesome. Partnerships, definitely way to go. I'm with you, Joe. What's going on, Berthella? Awesome. Glad you're here. Hi, Joe. I'm down for buying one of those t-shirts. Claiming is enough for me. Next move, start a nonprofit business for Black women. That's right. That is right. And, you know, I got to figure out how to get it up and running. You know, how to get that going. Let's do this, you know. Let's change lives. Let's change lives. Let's build communities. You know, like I said, there's a lot of Black women that are on the streets. I hate to see that any women are on the streets. It's dangerous. But like I said in the beginning of this video, statistics show that Black women that are homeless are the highest at, how do I say this? They are the most at risk for bad things happening to them. And you know what I mean. Men seem to target Black women. And so if we can get them into homes, you know, if I was able to purchase some land and come and build homes and we started that, you know, I mean, how amazing would that be? You know, and like I said, you know, just make it like maybe some black shirts that just black and white right here, you know. Black women deserve respect. Black women are queens. Black women are beautiful, you know. I mean, I will wear it to the gym. I want everybody to see, you know. And like I said, I tried to do my own merch store. I couldn't figure it out. I would make these things myself, but I literally could not figure out how to do the whole Shopify. And it's just like, my mind just, I'm not computer savvy and I just can't do all that stuff. I spent 4 hours trying to do it, and then it was like, this or that, that or this, and I was like, that doesn't even look right. Like, how do you even connect it? And I don't know. You know, and I had somebody that was, I tried to start up like a thing, partner with a company to do my merch, but that didn't really go anywhere. So I don't know what happened with that, but we had like the coffee mugs with my face on it and the logo, but I don't know. So I'm looking for somebody that I can trust, that can help me out with merch and stuff. I don't know, help me design a store. Like I said, I don't know anything about that, and people tell me all the time, hey, make a merch store. Don't know how. So if you could help me with that, that'd be great, if anybody does that. Let's see. Yeah, it's a good idea, you know. So I'm just praying for wisdom, praying for knowledge, praying for, you know, whatever God wants me to do, whatever my next move is. Keep me in your prayers. Reach out to me through through email. You know, help me share these videos. Hit the like button when you like a video. It pushes it out there more in the algorithm. You know. And also, y'all know I'm in movies and stuff. I want to meet y'all. I want to direct my own movie someday. Y'all know I've written 2 books. Actually, I've written 3, published 1. Still working on A Different Cowboy Part 2. I want to turn that into a movie. That's a great story. If you haven't read that book, haven't listened to it, I have it on audio. You can go to my channel, go to my playlists. It's A Different Cowboy. There's part 1 and part 2. So really, you don't even have to buy the book. I've recorded me narrating the whole thing. Parts 1 and 2. I put pictures with it. I put sound effects with it. I do voices. It's a beautiful love story, interracial love story. It takes place back in the 1800s. So not only do they have to fight for their love to stay alive, but they also have to fight to keep each other alive. You can imagine. So check that out if you haven't. When you get there, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. You know, around chapter 2 and 3 is kind of when the main characters meet each other. So that's kind of when it starts getting exciting. But I try to do every character, every chapter, I kind of leave on a cliffhanger. You know, that's just kind of how I write. I want to keep people hooked on my books. You know, I don't like boring stories. So every chapter, I just try to pump it full of action and drama and all these things. So, you know, we're still trying to get the funding for the movie. We've been trying to do that for about 5 years, you know, and that's a whole nother story. But I want to eventually get to the point where I've got women and men that want to be actors and that can come here. I can go wherever you are. And we can make films that change the world. We can make films that start to change the perspective, you know, of a lot of things. So, I do need Spike Lee. Let's see, ideas about getting the land and on the land community projects. Crafts, we can all come together on helping one another. Yeah, that's right. That's true. Because they got, you know, there's a dude in Arizona that I watch. Well, I used to watch. I have since unfollowed him, but for personal reasons. But he's got a good heart. He bought a bunch of land in Arizona, and y'all may know who I'm talking about. I don't even remember his name, but he's building a whole community just like that, and he funded everything based off of TikTok and donations, and he films everything that he's doing as he is building. He's doing it single-handedly, building everything, and the plumbing, the concrete, the tiny homes, just everything. And he's been doing about, I don't know, 2.5 years maybe, but it's a slowly but surely thing. You know, and he started from nothing, just an idea. And so, you know, that's kind of where I am. And Texas is huge. We've got a lot of land. So there are so many places to build communities, you know, safe communities, you know, places where women don't have to worry about things, you know, outside of the big city. The big city, there's a lot of crime, you know, so the main thing is safety. You know, that's what we got to do as men. It's our job to make sure that women and children are safe. Yeah, Waco. Do that. Turning my book into a play. I've never thought of that. I've been in one play. Well, I've actually been in two, but one is an adult. That's an idea. I never thought of that. Huh. Thanks for throwing that out there. I'll think about that. I'll look into that. Artist colonies, research on how those got started. Okay. Huh. We go on talking about communities that are focused around the arts and other humanities. Huh. Oh yeah, I'm saying Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker said try Waco. But yeah, I agree with you as well. You know, because I look back in history, and I remember a time when men used to be men. You know, when men used to stand up for what was right, men used to protect and provide for women And, you know, it's just where I'm trying to be, you know. I'm trying to get back to that time period when men were men. You know, I'm calling on the men. Let's stand up, stand together. Let's do this, man. But it's a good idea. Put a leg up for newcomers. Yep. But anyways, guys, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here. I gotta start getting ready and get my day started. I gotta get to the gym and stuff. And ouch, that hurt. But Exactly Joe, that's how Tyler Perry got started. He started doing those plays in the church. The rest is history. Ah, nice. Yeah, I do know a lot of people that are in plays as well. One of my brothers, Ralph, he does a lot of plays, man. Women that are willing to be women. Yep, so I guess I'm gonna let y'all go, but I just want to tell y'all I appreciate each and every one of you watching and taking the time to talk to me today and commenting and stuff. You know, I appreciate that. If you feel like you got something out of this video, please share, like. You know, if you're first time here, you see what my message is here on the channel. So, I mean, if you're into that, follow for more. You as well, brown girl. I'm going back to work. I'm in Oklahoma, but yes, the play. Get it out of there. Get it out there, and you can also direct too. Awesome. Smart theaters, you can start off there. Nice. Okay. You as well, Michelle. Until next time, y'all, I'm Joe Jones. This is the Cup of Joe Show, and this has just been your Daily Dosage. Bye-bye.